Welcome to We Hope in God channel. We're shifting gears a bit today, moving from our opening thoughts right into the core analysis. We received some really insightful material from a listener, commentaries, personal notes, all centered on Colossians chapter 3.
Right, and specifically looking at that tension, the tension between doing all these demanding things the Christian life asks for.
Yeah, like perfect forgiveness, unity,
Yeah,
high effort stuff.
exactly, high effort. But then how do you do that without completely burning out spiritually, emotionally?
So that's our mission today. We're going to dig into the source material, look closely at the structure Paul uses in this passage, specifically that double command, put on love, but also let the peace of Christ rule.
The question is, did Paul kind of build a self-sustaining system right into the text?
That's what we want to find out. This deep dive is about pulling out those really precise, actionable insights for you, the listener.
Yeah, moving beyond just, general encouragement to really understanding the mechanics of the passage itself.
Okay, so to get a handle on the mechanism, we need the blueprint first. We're reading from Paul's letter to the believers in Colossae, and it's worth remembering, as our sources point out, Paul wrote this while he was under house arrest.
Which is incredible, really, because the tone isn't despair. It's full of expectation, full of
Right.
Christ.
Definitely. Okay, so these verses lay out a sequence. Listen for the identity Paul gives them before he tells them what to do.
Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace. And be thankful.
Okay, let's unpack that. The sources, they're absolutely right to zero in on that opening line. He doesn't say, okay, try really hard so you can be chosen. He says, you are God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, period.
Exactly. That security, that identity, it's the foundation. It has to be there first,
Yeah.
right? Otherwise, the commands are just impossible.
And speaking of impossible, I mean, the audacity of these commands, especially, like you said, coming from someone literally in chains.
He's not asking for little tweaks here and there. He's talking about a whole new wardrobe. Clothe yourselves.
That clothing idea,
Yeah.
it sets such a high bar, doesn't it? Compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience, every day.
It's a lot. Our sources definitely acknowledge that. It's a heavy lift, requires real conscious effort.
And connecting that to the context, Colossae, a Roman city, that image of clothing would have really hit home, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. In that culture, clothes signaled who you were, your status, maybe even a conversion. Paul's saying, look, your status changed when you came to Christ. Now wear the right uniform.
And part of that uniform,
Yes.
maybe the toughest parts, are forgiveness and forbearance.
Yeah.
Bear with each other. That implies, well, that conflict is basically guaranteed.
It does. He's realistic about community life. And forgiveness isn't just suggested, it's required. And the standard, how the Lord forgave you, that's divine.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wiggle room there.
Not really. And that leads right into the next part, about love. But notice how he frames it. It's not just another item on the list.
Right, he says, over all these virtues, put on love.
Exactly. It's like the belt or the outer garment maybe that hold everything else together, binds them all together in perfect unity. Love is the glue for this difficult community life.
Okay, so love is the outward action, the thing that holds the community together. But then, boom, the very next verse pivots inward. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. This is where that tension really hits, right? You just demanded all this giving, forgiving, bearing with. Why immediately talk about internal rest?
Well, this is the brilliant part, the system that our sources highlight. If you're constantly pouring out, clothing yourself in these demanding virtues, you're going to get drained. It's inevitable.
Makes sense. You can't run on empty.
You can't. So the system needs a refill mechanism, and that's where peace comes in.
And this insight from the commentary was really striking. It's not just feel peaceful. It's a command for peace to rule.
Yes. The specific Greek word Paul uses, braburo, our source material points this out.
Bravo. Okay.
It literally means to act as an umpire or to arbitrate. This isn't just a feeling, it's an action. Peace needs to be the referee in your heart.
An umpire. Wow. Okay. That changes the dynamic completely.
Doesn't it? It means Paul isn't telling you, or the Colossians, okay, somehow manufacture peace inside yourself. He's saying, let Christ's peace step in and make the call. be the final authority.
So when there's that friction, maybe with someone else, or maybe just inside yourself because you're tired of being patient,
Exactly. Or disappointed or just weary from serving.
peace steps in, blows the whistle, and says, okay, this is the ruling.
Hmm.
It overrides the exhaustion or the argument going on in your head.
Precisely. The peace of Christ becomes the ultimate decider, setting the boundary, determining the outcome, even when our human emotions are screaming something else.
So our source material nailed this distinction, and it's so helpful for applying it. Love is what we offer others. That's the outward action, the clothing.
Mm-hmm.
But peace is what God offers us. It's the internal ruling rest.
That's it. And this peace isn't defined as, just no stress. It's the calm assurance that comes from knowing Christ has already overcome the world.
Ah, okay. It's a peace rooted in his victory.
Yes. It's a gift specifically for the person who is doing the serving, the loving, the forgiving. It lets the umpire call the game, so to speak, when we're just too tired to keep score ourselves.
So if the command is to constantly wear this uniform of compassion and love,
Which is exhausting.
right, then the application has to include relying on that ruling peace for, restoration. It's the grace mechanism built in.
That's exactly right. The practical benefit, as one source puts it, is that this peace provides the rest we receive in him when our hearts are drained by giving and serving.
You just can't sustain that unity. Paul talks about the gentleness, humility, all of it if you're running on fumes.
Impossible. So the peace is the refill. It's the necessary counterbalance to the call for constant action.
So thinking about how you or I, the layperson, actually apply this.
Yeah.
It's not like step one, step two. It sounds more like a dynamic cycle.
Absolutely, a constant flow. The application really involves this dual commitment happening simultaneously.
Okay, what's the first part?
First, it's actively serving the people God puts in your path today with the love of Jesus. Consciously putting on those virtues, wearing that uniform outwardly. That's the outflow.
Got it. The outflow of love.
And second, just as important, it's intentionally longing for and allowing the peace of Christ to guard and rule your heart, especially when you feel that weariness creeping in from all the serving.
So that's the inflow. Letting the umpire take charge when the internal battery is flashing red.
You got it. That synthesizes the whole thing perfectly, I think. Love flows out from us, reflecting the identity Christ gave us. And at the same time, that ruling, refereeing peace flows from Christ into us, sustaining our very ability to keep offering that love.
That balance.
Yeah.
That sounds like the sweet spot Paul's describing here.
I think it is. And notice, we don't have to fight for the peace. We just have to let it rule, accept it as the brabio, the governor.
And then as the passage finishes, just be thankful. Thankful for both the virtues we get to wear and the peace that rules.
Simple but profound, isn't it? Hashtag tag outro.
So the big takeaway from digging into Colossians 3 like this, it seems Paul wasn't just giving a tough list of rules.
No, not at all. He gave us a functional system, really, a self-sustaining one almost. We're called to embody these really high-effort virtues.
It's a clothing of Christ.
Right. But we're simultaneously commanded to surrender to his peace, to let it govern, especially when that effort leads to friction or just plain exhaustion.
We've really unpacked that difference between the love we offer outwards and that refereeing peace we receive inwards. So maybe the thought to carry into your day is this. When you hit that difficult moment with someone, or just feel drained from trying.
Ask yourself, am I trying to manufacture this compassion on my own fumes?
Yeah. Or am I actually pausing to let the umpire, the peace of Christ, step in and rule my heart? Am I receiving the rest I need to then offer the next act of love?
That's the crucial question. It connects the grace to the action.
May each meditation like this be a small light for your walk with Christ.
I am chosen, dearly loved, clothed in mercy from above. Gentle hands and patient heart, humble steps set me apart. When resentment tries to stay, grace and pardon light the way. Over all love binds as one, till the perfect work is done. Peace of Christ within my soul, calming storms and making whole. Called as one to live in grace, thankful hearts in every place. Love above all, am chosen, dearly loved, clothed in mercy from above. Gentle hands and patient heart, humble steps set me apart. When resentment tries to stay, grace and pardon light the way. Over all love binds as one, till the perfect work is done. Peace of Christ within my soul, calming storms and making whole. Called as one to live in grace, thankful hearts in every